This is Rob. 637 days until I turn 30. I have some explaining to do, because that went up and that barely went anywhere. Went to a party, called it a cheat day, and while there's no way that I mathematically actually gained that much weight, that's what Mr. Scale says, so I've got some fixing to do. I'm writing a hard scene in the book. I am having trouble sustaining the emotional state of a character the way it needs to be to make the scene dramatic and appropriate. But that's not an excuse, because I had 4 days to do it and sat there at the last minute trying to hammer it out. You know that moment when you lose all credibility to motivate people because you just pull one of these? That's what I'm having right now. So I beg your endurance of today's episode, and perhaps I will be in a more credible state next time. That's right. Today's episode is about problem solving. The thing about problem solving is the kind of the gateway to moving from I'm a person who needs to be micromanaged and supervised all the time to I'm a person who can be trusted to act on his own for the best interests of whatever it might be at work, for whatever's going on there. And it's a skill set that I see people come into the workplace unequipped for. They're very quick to say, well, what do I do next? Well, what do I do next? You really shine and you really stick out if you can problem solve, because then you can stand to be more self-governing. You can trust yourself to come up with your own solutions, and you can really take on whatever comes at you, because you can approach it, creatively and with new ideas and things like that. So problem solving, it's not taught, I think, as well as it should be, and it's not as super complicated as it might sound. So let's go through the steps and kind of show you what I'm talking about when I talk about problem solving. Step 1: determine what the problem is, because very often you'll be told to do something because they don't want to ask you to figure out how to solve the problem. They just want to tell you one way that they know to solve the problem that you're facing. But if you can determine what the problem actually is, you might be able to find better solutions. Step 2 from there is to consider your own solutions. Look at, kind of break down the problem into its component parts and see if you can find maybe even a better way to solve the problem. For example, in retail, I was asked while I was working at the check lanes to plug the store credit card, try to get people to sign up for the store credit card. And while the supervisors were happy to tell you exactly what to say if you seemed to be resisting doing the process, they were just as happy as long as you got the sign-ups, no matter what you said. And so by looking at ways that I could be myself and be more comfortable encouraging people to do that, I was able to find greater success. The next step after that is implementation. Once you think you've found out what the solution is, you can start to try the things that you've thought of. And you don't necessarily have to succeed the first time out. Part of problem solving is trial and error. You need to attempt things to see if they work so that you can know if they work rather than guessing whether or not they work. Once you know something's not working, you've eliminated a slice of the total problem pie, places you don't need to go back to try again because you know they're wrong. And then last thing that you would do after that is to kind of review your results. Like I said, maybe you failed, maybe you bungled with the problem solving that you tried. Maybe you found a solution, you don't need to go back. And one of the cool things is if you say, well, I don't even know what the problem is, you can actually go back and use this same method to determine what the problem is. Instead of making that second step, consider solutions, you can have it be consider possible problems. And in that way, you can do like fractal problem solving, infinitely complex problem solving, because you can always take it back a step further and say, you know, where am I missing information? And from there, you can then dig down and get into the right area and start working things out. So I understand this might have been a little immaterial, a little ephemeral. If you have any questions about what I meant, please, by all means, ask them down in the comments. Do like and share if you enjoyed the episode. And also, if you have any other ideas regarding skills, important life skills that you think people should know, you can also list those in the comments below. And I think after I do the third episode in this series, which will be the next one, if anyone has listed any of those, I'll kind of go back and do a fourth episode to kind of explore those things that people proposed and perhaps make some comments about those. But before you can make those comments and propose things, you need to know what the next topic is. On Thursday, when you come back here, you'll be seeing an episode on networking, which is getting connected with people and using your connections and friendships to help you and to help other people get ahead. So come back, look forward to that. I will see you guys Thursday.